Guns, silver, and knives back at you. More knives. I've got a long form video about my Canoe knife collection so far that I'm building up. I'll start with the Rough Ryder oddball knife. It's a bow canoe. It's got the pronounced banana bend to it. Surprisingly, it's about the same end-to-end width, the 3 5/8 basically, 3.63 inches from the tip of the bolsters, the same as the buck and the case knives. I've got 2 buck canoes, but the Rough Ryder has the added width. It's a good handle width, wider than either the buck and more so than the case knife, which is the narrowest of all of them. The Rough Ryder bow style canoe is cheapest also at $14.99. I don't know if that was a great deal from Smoky Mountain Knife Works or what it was, but the Rough Ryder bow style canoe, full size, is quite a bargain, and it's well built. It's surprisingly nicer quality than I was expecting for the knife. It has half stops for the blades and really good retention on the slip joint, this back spring. The metalwork is superb. It has a little tinny quality to it, but it's not cheap. It's just it's machine buffed. It's done in a production line. There are some gapping to the back spring on the frame. There's a little bit of gapping at the bolsters near the ends, a width matchup, on the blade side. The walk and talk is excellent. The blade widths are both the pen blade and the main blade are spear point, and the widths are comparatively larger than either the case, which is the next larger set of blades, than the buck canoe blades. This is a very handy knife, and it's one that I wouldn't feel guilty about using all the time, because I really don't have to worry about the cost and replacement value of it. But it's quite durable. I don't think you could destroy this knife very easily. You'd have to work at it. So the Rough Ryder is the first one on the show and tell, which I like a lot. If you were going to go cost, it's the buck 389 canoe models are about, they regularly go for about $33, which means they're twice as expensive as this Rough Ryder canoe. And these are all these 3 knives, the buck, the 2 buck knives, the burl wood and the orange pick bone, and the Rough Ryder are all made in China under pretty strict quality assurance. There's nothing wrong with these. They all seem to have somewhat the same little issues, real nitpicky issues of having some bolster gapping by the blade end of the slip joint springs on both sides. Not much, but it is noticeable to the naked eye. The scales and everything fit up quite nicely. There's not a lot of, I can't see any light gap through the bone handle one. The burl wood, no, I'm wrong about that too. The burl wood model has no gapping issues on the handle material. And again, it has just that little you call an anomaly of on the bolster side of where the blade matches to the slip joint spring. You get that little bit of gap. Nothing bad and nothing to write home about, since they all seem to do it. Even the case, which is, it's delicate, it's sleek, it's narrow, it's USA made. It has a couple of annoying, that same thing, the bolster by where the main and pen blades has that little bit of gapping issue. They all do it, but I guess that's common to canoe knives. Or maybe it's common to slip joint knives of all nature. I'll have to check that out when I do a slip joint video. The case is the most disappointing of all in terms of cost per what you get. And that's my own, I don't really have a big complaint. I'll still buy a lot of case knives. I love case. They are not delicate, they're finely made and a gentleman's carry kind of knife. This one is noticeably narrower. It's the same length, the 3 5/8 inch end to end. It has nice, better polished blades and bolsters, nickel silver bolsters. I love the blue Kieranite, I guess they call that, handles. I like the blade widths on these. The case has a wider blade, both main and, I don't know if you can see that, but kind of recurve of the spear point buck knife, which is also a hollow grind, whereas the case blade, spear point blade, is a flat grind, quite sharp, beautiful. It's shined up good and had a nice thin layer of oil on it when I got it protected. It's the same with the burlwood buck blade in comparison. There's noticeable difference in widths and the design of the blade, the curve to it of the buck, which is not a deal breaker at all for me, but I like it. I like the buck a lot. It's for a bargain, and not really a bargain. The buck knife is still much more expensive than any of the Rough Rider, but it's beautifully made. They're beautifully made knives. The 389 buck is a beautifully made knife. The case is beautifully made. It has just a crazy problem of it. I'll try to show it, but it has, you can see buff marks or scratches where the main blade and the pen blade scuff each other. It's real tight fit in there, partly because this knife is made to be a pretty tight fit. I think everybody I've talked to has had some comment about how case knives rub on each other. They clash in the fit. It didn't impede the closing, but you can see where they buff each other up, scratch each other up, especially when they're so shiny coming from the factory. The other issue I have with the case is there was a pronounced burr on both the blade edges of the pen blade and the main blade on the case. I got that off, and it cuts pretty good. It's pretty tight. This does not have any half stop like the Rough Rider or the buck. But the blades are beautiful, well made, shiny, but like I said, they had that sharpening issue with a feelable, you could notice the burr on one side of each blade, and of course the evidence of where you have the blades matching, although not so much on the pen blade, but you notice it on the larger blade. They're sweet though. They open up the case knife is at a great open, great feel. It's an interesting thing I had right there is if you can actually impede the closing. If you just touch that blade when you're closing the pen blade, you'll impede it from closing. Huh. Yeah, the cost-wise, I can't see the benefit of the case that much. Cost-wise, there's a total benefit to the Rough Ryder, but not really a collectible benefit. These are these are kind of like a novelty collection as opposed to the other style Canoe knives. Rough Ryder is the cheapest, kind of funky design, but very durable. The bucks are evenly priced, Chinese-made knife and very high quality. The case knife is it's a true American collectible, but a little bit disappointing on price per value and little hiccups that it has. So I'll keep at it with my different collections. I'm gonna see about collecting trappers and other model knives. I've got a Stockman, a buck 301 Stockman. That's a slip joint USA made buck knife that I'd like to compare to case Stockmans and other models. Down the line, I'll see what I can get going. At any rate, thank you for putting up with me chattering. I hope you don't think I'm really bad-mouthing case. I think for the cost, their quality isn't that great. And God bless you all and have a great day.